So how do you claim tax sale overages? Well, I'm glad you asked because I've been in this business for 10 years and I love to share information about tax sale overages. So there are two ways that you claim tax sale overages. Number one way, and the most common, is through an administrative claim process. What that means, those fancy words, is you fill in a pretty simple form that has information like what property you're talking about, how much money you're asking, who's the person claiming the money, usually the former owner, and where do we send the check. So pretty simple. No more complicated to fill out than like a DMV form to get your driver's license. So pretty simple. That's submitted to the county, and then they'll process the claim. They'll ask you any follow-up questions, which are usually minimal, not much. They'll process the claim and they'll send you a check. And as the person in the overages business, the way that we structure it, we have them send us the check. That's the first way. The second way to claim tax sale overages is through a judicial process. And the judicial process is you file something called a petition. Petition like in the sense of petition someone or request something. So you file a petition, which is pretty lightweight as far as legal work. This is not really any more complicated than a small claims court suit, probably less complicated. Anyway, you fill in the form, you submit it to court. They'll usually set up at that point an initial hearing where you, or most likely you're using an attorney to help you with this, because I can tell you as an attorney, what tangles people up in things like this, it's not the substance of it, like, hey, I used to own this house and now there's money left over and I want it. It's the procedural aspect of it that kills people, and those are sort of difficult. So this is something I would hire an attorney to do. It shouldn't be expensive, should be probably $2,000 to $2,500 worth of legal work maximum, so not expensive. But anyway, you submit the petition. They'll have a preliminary hearing where a judge says, well, what's this case about and what's it going to take to get it resolved? And generally this is a simple case that's going to take one hearing to get resolved for most of them. So you just say, okay, so I see, so just notify the county, they'll come and let us know if they have the money or not, and then we'll move forward from there. So the first hearing set up 30 days later, the second hearing probably another 45 to 60 days after that. At the second hearing, anybody who has any objection, like if there were a mortgage company that wanted to claim the money, or another lien holder, or a judgment holder, or if the county has some difference of opinion about how much money is there, then they would show up and the judge would hear everybody's evidence and testimony and decide. I can tell you generally these are not very contested. When you see on an overages list that there's $48,212.16 there, that's what's there. It's pretty rare there's anything different than that. So it's not like the county's going to contest it and say, hey, well, we got 48, but would you take 20? It's not like that. If you're owed the money, they'll give it to you. You just have to show that you're the right person. So for example, you might be showing your ID to show that you're the right person. You might be testifying, yes, I used to own that house and it was lost. Or if you're in the overages recovery business, then the attorney is going to present the case. Generally, you don't need to be there, and generally the former owner doesn't need to be there either because they're not contested. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. So what happens, the judge hears from anybody who needs to be heard, makes a decision usually within a week or two, and then they order that a check is issued, and generally a couple weeks after that, a check will be issued to you either by the clerk of court or by the county if they're still holding the money. So it's pretty straightforward, not too complicated. And as I said, most states, and this is a state by state, most states are administrative claims, which are easier, you don't need any attorney. Some states, like for example, Delaware, is a judicial process where the money is held in court and then you're going to file a petition. So the way that you know the difference, if the money is held in court, like if that's where you got your list, then it's going to be a judicial process because the way that you get money out of a court is through a petition. If the money is held by the local taxing authority that did the tax foreclosure, then almost all the time it's going to be a non-judicial process. You just fill in a form that they supply, request the money, and they send you a check. And if you're in the overages business, the check gets sent to you. So you can handle things pretty independently from your former owners. You just need to get the right paperwork signed. Like we have our paperwork package that lets us do everything, and that's what you should be doing. And then that's the way you claim them. They take varying amounts of time. Generally within any one county, they're going to be pretty consistent. I'm usually assuming in my mind it's about a 4-month process to get money. Could be a little longer than that, could be a little bit shorter, but that's what I'm planning on. So I think of this business as a pipeline. where we sign up claimants, we put that in our pipeline, and then there's not a lot to do. Once you turn it into the county or you have a petition in, there's really nothing else to do for the time being, so you just keep signing up more people. And the idea is you fill your pipeline. If you did, say you put in 3 deals a month, you know what, you're going to get out on average 3 deals a month starting in about 4 months, and you get this very steady drip of claims coming out, and it's wonderful because you can kind of plan your life and you're not always like eating hand to mouth. Instead, you're building a pipeline and you can watch them proceed through. It's a really great business to be doing and not too complicated. And you get the legal help when you need it. Obviously, I'm in this business. We not only have what I think is the biggest overages business in the world, but also we have an educational arm. And people ask me, why do you teach people how to do the business you're in? That seems weird. Well, I'll tell you, there are about 3,000 tax sales a day, 3,000. And many of them create overages. Pretty much anything with a house on it or structure creates an overage. I can't possibly cover 3,000 tax sales a day. There's no way. I do not want to run a business that big. It's just impossible. I'm an attorney. I'm a subject matter expert. I'm not the manager of a multinational firm. That's not my goal in life. So I decided that I would do the overages business. So I do it. I have a big overages business. Most years we're signing up $6 to $7 million worth of claims, which is terrific, which is good. It's small in the scheme of the whole thing, but it's a really terrific business. And I decided I would take the knowledge that I have and the skills I have to share this with other entrepreneurs who want something good to do. Now, you don't need to be an attorney to do this business. It happens that I am, but thankfully, because I am, you don't need to be, because I can give you all the legal lowdown. I can tell you, what's involved with the petition, how does it work. So we have educational products that I use as one of my offerings in business. And we have a course on overages. We do live events on overages, and we support students who are doing overages. So we do that. So if you're interested in taking the next step, click on the link down below. There's a longer presentation I do where I go over overages from A to Z and also talk about what we do as far as education, and you can get involved with our education if you want. We offer a course and things like that, so you can learn more there. So I would say just click on that. The presentation's obviously free. There's no cost to it. And all you do is you'll click on that link. It'll take you to a page. Just put in your first name and your email address, and we'll give you an invitation to the presentation. And you can look at it and decide to move forward from there. And I will show you all the things like how to claim the overages, because some of the things that trick people up are, what if it's an estate? Or what if it's an LLC or a corporation? What if it's a relative? What if the person died? All those questions, that's what we give support in. So I show you how to work the business no matter what thing it is. So if you like this and you want to learn more about overages and tax sales and tax deeds and entrepreneurship in general, then definitely like this video because I'll know you like more content like this, and subscribe to the channel because those are the topics I'm talking about. I'm trying to help people be successful entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship has been a great gift to myself and my family. And I was an attorney working for a corporate law firm. I left for work in the morning at 7:30 and I didn't get home before 7:30 or 8 at night, every night. And that is no way to live. So I decided to take the plunge into entrepreneurship in 2005 and have absolutely built this wonderful life out of it. And I want you to have that opportunity too, because it's all great. If we can be the captains of our own ship, I think it's the greatest thing ever. I think the overages business is terrific. I think based on what I think is the reason you ended up in this video where you're asking, how do I claim tax sale overages? You're probably pretty far down the pike. So go and grab that opportunity. And if you're a former homeowner that showed up to watch this about how to claim your overage, I'd encourage you, first of all, overages is 100% real. You need to check with the taxing authority to see if there's money left over from your tax sale. And if necessary, just go down and meet with them in person. Just be calm and professional. Remember, the person there is just a counter clerk that you're talking to, so don't take out your anxiety or anger or upset on them, but just talk to them. And the ladies and gentlemen there are typically very nice. They're very helpful. They'll help you fill in the forms. Just bring an ID and hopefully you can get your check. And if you can't, then work with an overages professional to help you get that money. Could be someone in this business. There aren't many people in the business, so you may just have to get an attorney. You can do that also. One thing I'll warn you about is most attorneys don't know what they're talking about. But if you, in this business, most attorneys are fine in their subject matter area, but this is not one most people know about. So most attorneys have no idea about overages. But go find an attorney who has experience in real estate and they should be able to help you out with this. And whether you're an entrepreneur or former homeowner, I just hope you the greatest success. For former homeowners, really go get your money. Don't let the county take that tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's just wrong. And for an entrepreneur, you've got an amazing opportunity to help people and make great money. So grab it, take advantage of it. So next step, go watch the longer overages video, and hopefully that will help you on your journey to entrepreneurial success and succeeding in overages. So this is Attorney Bob Diamond, over and out for now.